I'm Ian Tapp from bloodhorse.com, and this is our recap of the 2014 Fasig-Tipton October Yearling Sale. This video is brought to you by TaylorMade Sales Agency. The sale had been tracking the record set last year in average and median, and a strong day 3 allowed 2014 to set new records in all major categories. The average was $35,850, 5% better than 2013. The median of $18,500 was up 9%. And the gross improved 7.5% to break the $30 million mark. The buyback rate improved throughout the sale to finish at 21%, just 4.5% off last year's mark. Day 3's session topper also topped the sale, a $410,000 Tapp half-sister to Desert Party. Mark Cassie, who also bought yesterday's top price, again signed the ticket for Conquest Stables. Peter O'Callahan's Woods Edge Farm sold the filly, who had been a $325,000 R&A in September. But O'Callahan said he thought she stood out much more with fewer Tapp yearlings to compete against. The second highest price of the day was a $360,000 Medaglia d'Oro filly purchased by Samantha Siegel of JMS Stable, who had been underbidder on the $370,000 Super Saver Ridgeling from day 1. Shawhan Place consigned the filly, and Matt Cook told us what made her popular.
She was a special filly. You don't get to sell one of those too often. She had a huge walk on her. I mean, she made it look easy. She could come out here and you would think she was just barely moving because she was just so graceful and so athletic and just huge overstep and huge powerful first step when she took off. She was entered in Kingland September sale this summer. She was just small, a little bit immature, and we all just said, hey, she needs an extra 30, 45 days, whatever that ends up being. It'd be huge for her. She's the most popular horse we've ever taken to the sale, and it's so much fun to do that because it's so easy. You have to work a whole lot harder to sell a cheap horse than you do a good horse. A good horse sells himself. All you need to do is get out of the way.
There were plenty of trainers on the grounds throughout the sale. New York-based Abigail Adsit bought a Tale of a Cotty filly and a Yes It's True colt, and she told us her impressions of the sale.
It's a marathon. You know, there's a lot of horses here. You have to cover a lot of ground. That's why I suggest having good people help you. So what I look for in a yearling when I'm at the sales is an athlete. I work in collaboration with Jonathan Thomas from Bridlewood and Ocala, and between the pair of us, we try to find an athlete, and he stresses athleticism and conformation, etc. And that's what I try to go after. And then when that's followed up by some type of pedigree or page that you can kind of put a spin on and try to look for a runner. Horses do fall through the cracks. Things happen. Horses get cuts. They need maturation. You know, they need some time. At the same time, you can kind of find some diamonds in the rough.
The novelty of the day was a white Thunder Gulch colt who sold for $29,000 to Stoneway Farm. Jim Stone told me he plans to race the colt, but that his girlfriend is hoping to eventually make him a riding horse. After the sale, Boyd Browning was pleased with the strong market and reflected on the October sale's continued improvement.
I think we saw a continuation of a similar marketplace today. And when you look at the statistics, you know, the average was virtually the same all 3 days. The median's virtually the same in all 3 days. Buyback rate continued to improve, which probably was a result of both buyers and sellers making slight adjustments. But all in all, 3 very, very, very good days. In 2010, the sale averaged $13,616. The median price was $5,000, and we grossed $9.3 million. And it's pretty, remarkable when you think you go from those levels in a 5-year period of time to $30 million in gross and an average over $36,000 and a median knocking on the door of $20,000, which is essentially close to tripling the average and quadrupling the median. So that's, the sign of, a dramatic change in this market. It's plain, pure, and simple. People are bringing us better horses. And when we get better horses, we have better results in the sales ring, and we have better results on the racetrack, and it builds confidence amongst everyone.
I'm Ian Tapp. Check back on bloodhorse.com for our coverage of the November breeding stock sales.